So in today's video, I will talk about SimaPro LCA software. So here we're going to learn how to get started with SimaPro, how to create a new project and open an existing project in SimaPro. And we will also learn about the SimaPro LCA Explorer. So let's get started with that. So I have a SimaPro in my computer. So I have to click on it. Then you have to log in. Working and connecting with the SimaPro server. So I'm connected with the remote computer where the SimaPro server is, and the software is on that server. So here is the application. I click on that. Now SimaPro application is opening. It says something about the model or the version of the SimaPro. I say okay. Then the SimaPro is actually uploading the database. This is how the SimaPro interface look like. In the LCA Explorer, this is called LCA Explorer, we have the options wizards, goal and scope, inventory, impact assessment, interpretation, and journal data. So let's look at what it is inside each options. If you click on the wizards, then there are two types of wizards that the SimaPro have built in. One is called calculate PS 2050 end of life scenarios. So this wizards is more useful when there are much more about end of life scenarios. Under the goal and scope definitions, you have two options: descriptions and libraries. So in the description, you can write about what is the name of the project that is already we have created. So it has some descriptions already, like this is the main project name, the date of creation. Then you can write about who is going to work on this one, authors, some comments, and type of LCA, which type of LCA it is. You can find out more about its internal screening, whatever is fit to your case. More about what we usually write in a report under goal and scope. In the libraries, yes, okay. If you click on the libraries, so there are a number of libraries, database libraries actually, that you have to select. Maybe you can select multiple at the same times. For example, see, I'm selecting, so you can have multiple selections or a single selections. If you want to read more about what is the difference between all these database libraries, you can click on this one, for example, and there is a descriptions about it. And similarly, you can write other ones, and read more about what this is stand for. Particularly in this case, allocation at the point of substitution, allocation at the point of substitution at the unit level and at the system level. So what is the difference is written here inside this description box. Under the inventory, we have processes. Okay, it's just saving what I have selected for my project. Okay, if we come under inventory, so there are options: processes, product stages, system descriptions, waste types, and parameters. So here in the processes, SimaPro has some built-in process that has been categorized under different categories. For example, in materials, energy, transport, processing, use, waste scenarios, and waste treatment. If you click on this materials, then you find the categories of the materials that are actually in the eco-invent database. Um, Under agriculture, so there are some. Further, similarly in the chemicals, there are some in the construction industry, there are binders, bikers, and so on, so on. So you can find where your process or product is actually fit into. For example, if your project is more linked about the construction sites or the construction related projects, then might be good to find the process relevant process under the construction categories. And then, okay, if it is about the concretes, then you can go to the concrete and then find the process that is in the database of SimaPro under the libraries that you have already selected in the library options. So here are the market function process, market build process, and then there is a transformation. What the difference between market and transportation transformation actually? So you can the product stage. So there are product stages, for example, assembly, life cycle, disposal scenarios, and disassembly, reuse. For example, assembly, we create assembly. So then when we are ready with the processes, if we have to like create a processes and create a process, and then all the processes we have to uh, select together, or and then we have to go to this one product stage and add assembly. These things when we are actually creating a project inside the SimaPro. System descriptions. So what system we have, for example, selected for our this project that we have set up in this SimaPro LCA software. For example, we select that we are our project is in within the category of agri-food, and then we have selected the allocation types. The database is equivalent version 3, allocation at the point of substitution. Then we have our waste types, different types of waste that the database about that waste is, and here is the name of each type of elements or the waste types. For example, cardboard, cement, ceramics, compost. So these are all built-in processes. Similarly in the parameters, and then under the impact assessment, we have two options. That is methods, impact assessment methods. So impact assessment methods has been categorized uh, into a geographical in a geographical perspective. For example, there are some impact assessment methods that are particularly developed for the European environment, and there are some that are valid for the whole world that called global. And then the global, there are most common one is the recipe. There are two methods, impact assessment method, that are more valid or considered more valid maybe in North America. And then we have some single issues method, for example, IPCC 100 that are particularly for the global warming potential assessment. And then we have also single issue water footprint to assess the water footprint of products and systems. Calculation setup, this is not usually used, but yeah, in maybe in at advanced level you can set up a calculation, for example here how you want to calculate your yeah built-in system. Then we have interpretation.